Here we are. Once again in the rose garden. There's only one rose in the rose garden.
Yeah, but it's February.
It's February, but there is a rose.
We have a rose.
It's a very bright and colorful rose, too. I liked it. It caught my eye from across the yard. Like, whoa, look, there's a rose.
You'll have to take the camera over there and get a picture of the rose.
You took a picture of it with your phone, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Send it to me. I'll put it in here.
All right.
Anyway, we've only got a few minutes, so what we're going to do is try out a few chips that we got. Let's see. Most of these, at least these ones here, and the next ones we got at the Middle Eastern store on Ming in the 58.
Yeah, I have a clue though, because show them the back of that. The back of it is all in Arabic.
The back of that is all in Arabic.
I mean, not entirely, but it's in Arabic.
Most of it.
So your ingredients are in English, but then they're in Arabic as well, which is cool.
But these came from the Middle Eastern store that's in the shopping center right next to... They changed the name from Sakura, didn't they? They changed it to
yeah,
something?
they gave it a new name, but there's a Chinese buffet over there.
So it's 58 and real. I'm going to call it real. Normally I'm eating tacos, so I call it real. Because I guess you can pronounce that either way.
Yeah.
Prime rib.
Tomato.
I smell tomato here.
Do they smell good?
They smell good. And I smell tomato.
I am smelling tomato.
And I'm seeing what looks like tomato powder on there.
Okay, the first whiff is tomato, but then if you take a deep smell, the back note is the beef.
Mm-hmm. It's there.
It's there.
I got me a double-double.
Oh my goodness, you got extra crispy.
They're the best.
Alright, well, if I hold it right, I've got one. Where can I set that? There we go.
They're quite crunchy. They're like a kettle-cooked kind of crunchy.
And the first note of the flavor, it's interesting because the flavor is opposite of the smell. With smell, it was tomato and then beef. For the flavor, I'm getting that rich, umami, beefy, almost like au jus flavor. And then the tomato is the tangy back note, which is interesting. They're well done. I think it does say kettle cooked on the bag.
It says,
craft cook.
Craft cook.
But it's got a picture of a kettle, so.
Okay, that's where all the crunch is coming from. I don't know the difference between regular cooking potato chips, and I've never cooked potato chips. But
I think in a kettle, they're in the oil longer.
I don't know.
Is my guess. I mean,
they got some serious crunch to them and serious flavor.
They have really good flavor. These are
really good.
Now, there is a little bit of a kind of a tallowy feeling coating my mouth after eating one of these, like you would get with beef if it, has cooled down somewhat.
They're like for real.
So you almost get that same mouthfeel, which is interesting. Now, they could do it with a bit of horseradish as a tang, because horseradish,
that would be good.
Horseradish and prime rib is a thing.
That would be good.
Or you could make a horseradish dip and dip your chips in it. That'd be a lot of horseradish.
So far, that one's my favorite.
These are very good. What else you got from the Middle Eastern store?
This is another Middle Eastern company.
And I can tell because,
quite obviously,
again, it's Arabic right on the label and on the back.
The name of the company is an Arabic name.
And the nutrition facts are in Arabic.
The nutrition facts and all that. And you've got some Arabic lettering down here, which probably translates to sweet pepper flavor sticks. Because that's what it says in English right next to it.
Okay, these are made in Iraq. I have never had an Iraqi snack. Is that good, huh?
Is that vinegar?
It gotcha.
I have never smelled anything even slightly resembling that in my life. I don't know what it is.
It's vinegar, but there's a sweetness to it.
But it's not a chip.
They're
It's a more of a puff kind of thing that's extruded into a
into
squarish
a French fry-ish
stick.
shape.
Yeah.
They're very, very light.
Oh. What's the expiration date? It's terrible. Excuse me. I had to eject.
March 4th. So they're almost expired. They expire in like a week or so. They're not bad. They're not very crispy.
There's no crisp to them at all.
They're-
They're a sponge.
They're not crispy, but that again might be that they're close to outdating. The oil isn't rancid.
I'll get some water here with a new sticker from our friend from the gun show last weekend at Cover Sunscreen.
Yeah, I tried that sunscreen. I like it.
I don't like sunscreen, period.
It's
so.
mineral based. It doesn't feel greasy on your skin. Hey,
We'll throw those away. The birds can have
we're
them.
not going to throw those away because I'm going to have them.
They're terrible.
I'm going to have them.
And it's like eating a sponge with a bad flavor.
The texture may not be good.
You can let the birds have the one that was on the
They're-
ground. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
They might like it.
Okay.
That was terrible.
The birds are gonna get the one. This one fell on the ground, so I'm gonna go put it in the bird feeder. I'll be right back. Set that down and not over there.
Ew. That's terrible. I don't ever want to eat anything like that again. Got Ballarat Ghost Town on there, which is a fun place to go. And another Ballarat sticker right there.
All right. So for me, I do taste the pepper. It tastes like a sweet pepper. It's not a strong flavor,
I wish I tasted that.
but I don't object to them. I mean, okay. Are they the best thing I ever ate? Absolutely not, but they're edible.
I was
I'll eat
expecting,
'em.
it's a snack stick. It should have some kind of crunch. It was a sponge.
Well, and the package was sealed tight, so I don't know about that.
Package was sealed tight, yes. Still air pressure in it.
But I don't know. And it says it's free of alcohol or lard. All right. So it's halal, perhaps? Does it say it's halal?
Halal doesn't necessarily make things taste terrible.
No, it doesn't. I've had some wonderful halal
make them so
food.
they aren't allowed to be crunchy.
Oh, hey, look at this. It's also in French. So we have we have Arabic, we have English, we have French, we have Espanol, we have German, Deutsch, and we have Italian. So all of the stuff is in many, many languages, which is kind of fun.
Then all of them other nationalities can have them.
It doesn't specifically say they're halal, so maybe they didn't bless them. Maybe that's why they're not crispy. They didn't get blessed. I'm going to give them like a half a thumb. It's a pinky. I'm going to give them a pinky. They're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad.
I'm not entirely sure that is that the first thing I've ever tasted on video that I spit out immediately?
Yes. You've had some stuff you were scared of, but you didn't spit it out.
I've had some stuff I didn't like, but I didn't spit it out. Oh, that was terrible.
That snack got yeeted right out of your mouth.
That's a Andrew Zimmern rarity right there. Now, Snack Factory. This is not from that same store. This is actually from the dollar store.
Okay.
Pretzel chips, Parmesan, and garlic.
All right. I like Parmesan. I like garlic.
I don't smell anything.
I'm not a huge pretzel fan.
But it's Parmesan garlic.
Oh, I smell the Parmesan in the garlic.
Even if it doesn't matter what it is.
It's not strong, but I smell it. Oh, look at them. They're pretzels.
Yeah, they're pretzel shaped.
They're actually, but they're flat. Look at the edge profile on that.
Yeah.
They're very flat.
But it's just a place to put the Parmesan and garlic.
Well, yeah.
So you don't just eat Parmesan and garlic. So, well, you could do that too.
Does, you know.
Nothing saying you can't just eat some Parmesan and garlic straight up.
Mm. Super crispy. Like a
Definitely pretzely.
extra crispy pretzel flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting pretzel flavor. I'm actually not getting the... Maybe if I turn it upside down because the flavor's on the top.
Yeah, that's mostly what I'm getting is pretzel. And it shows tomato and basil and cheese and
I'm not
There's
picking
really-
up any of that.
not much flavor to it.
Okay, I can... When I smell it, I can smell the garlic and to a lesser degree the Parmesan. But I'm not picking up the taste at all.
I'm going to try this the way Percy does it.
You're gonna lick it?
I got salt.
Yeah. I'm not getting the flavor component of it.
Mm-mm.
So basically they just take like pretzels. Now the texture is okay. And they are sturdy enough. On the bag here they're showing them using them like a cracker. And they
Yeah, you could do that.
they put fresh
Okay,
they put fresh mozzarella and tomato and basil on there.
That
So
must
they-
be a serving suggestion.
So they made a caprese salad on their pretzel crisp.
That would be good.
That would be very good. And they are beefy enough to handle it. They're not going to collapse under the weight of what you put
Yeah,
on
they'd be
them.
good for dipping and
So they'd be very good for that.
with some cheese
But
or whatever.
But flavor-wise,
Not really.
I'm not feeling it. They just are missing on flavor.
Are a lot better than those sweet pepper things.
Yeah. Well, I would say the out-and-out winner of this group was the prime rib chips. Because they nailed it.
Number one, right here. Those
Yep.
are good.
Production date. When's the production date on this? They were made in July 4th of 2024.
Imagine that.
And they expire June 1st of 25. So we have plenty of room. Well, they'll be long eaten before they
Oh, yeah.
expire. Those are good. Percy's going to like those.
Percy will like those, yeah.
I wonder what Percy will think of the pretzel crisps.
I think he'll turn his nose up at it.
It's not spicy. I don't know. Well, and I have a bird feeder that actually is motion activated. There's a camera on it that takes pictures and videos. So maybe I'll get a picture of the birds eating the Iraqi snack stick.
You could put some of those in there.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean,
we'll see.
you can eat it. I couldn't even stand to eat it. You can eat it, but you're not going to sit there and eat it for pleasure.
No,
They're not really enjoyable.
They're just if they were crispy, they would be better. But again, I think that may just be a factor of they're close to outdated.
Ordinarily, snack foods like this are dated well before the date that they're actually going to go bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, the oils are fine. They don't have
Um,
that rancid oil taste.
You should, I mean, if you're eating it something the day after or the month after the expiration
It should
date,
still taste
it
fine.
should still be just fine.
I mean, it'll be safe to eat either way. Like,
You know,
it's
it-
not
it's gotta
dangerous
be-
to eat them.
It's got to be way out of the expiration date before it actually goes bad. They put a safety factor in there. My stepdad he had a neighbor that was the Frito-Lay's guy that drove the truck and went out and stocked the stores. And he pulled out all the old stuff, all the stuff that was out of date. And instead of throwing it in the trash, he gave it to my stepdad, who opened all the bags, dumped them all in a barrel, and fed them to the pigs. But me and my brothers and I would go through before feeding those all to the pigs, and we would look at the expiration dates, and if they were reasonably close and it was something we liked, we'd take them
Yeah.
and eat them, and they were fine. It was only if it was months out of date.
Well, yeah.
And let me tell you, the bacon at that house, oh my God. Fritos fed bacon, that's some good stuff.
When I was raising my kids in Vermont, we had what we called the bread store. And it was a whole store of really deeply discounted, inexpensive bread and baked goods. And most of them were very close to outdating. So you could get those. So a loaf of bread might have been like $6 for a regular loaf at the grocery store. Get the same exact loaf with a short shelf life left, and it was like $1. So we would get that there. Well, they had big trays of stuff that had actually expired, and you could buy this giant tray of stuff for $1.25, and people would buy it and they'd feed it to their animals. We would buy it and feed it to our human animals, namely us. So we would pick through it and find what we liked.
If you've got a big enough family to go through a loaf of bread in a day or two,
yeah,
that's good. Like for the two of us, I love to buy the bread from the local bakeries and stuff that doesn't have the preservatives, but
it goes bad.
Then I have to really pay attention to the expiration date and to not so much the date, but actual
eating it,
molding on it.
Yeah.
You got to go after it, because without the preservatives,
it's not going to keep.
It's not going to last very long with just the two of us.
Well, the thing is, we had a freezer, so I would go and I would buy whatever baked goods we want, and I'd leave one out for us to eat, and I'd pop the rest in the freezer. So it didn't really matter that it was close to out date, because we would just take it out and thaw it out, and it was fine. I mean, we're not leaving it in the freezer for years on end. But yeah, so we don't have like a factory outlet bread store here, I don't think.
I don't think so.
If we did, it'd be mighty popular.
Now the one that I like is the Pyrenees Bakery.
Oh man.
Bread store. But then again, they're not using preservatives. If I buy something there,
we gotta eat it.
I gotta go after it.
And the problem is, I can eat such a small amount of bread. I don't really eat much bread, so it's mostly you eating the bread.
I gotta go after it.
That is you going after the bread, because I will eat like at most one slice here and there. Like,
I hate to throw away good bread, but I do it all the time.
And realistically, like a quarter slice is plenty for me. Like, I really don't eat much bread.
But anyway, yeah, let the birds take a shot at those somewhat flavored sponges. See how they like it.
They're very mild.
I couldn't stand the texture of it enough to even see if it tasted. I was looking forward to it.
You who
Sweet
have
peppers.
eaten raw jellyfish that's slime
I did.
with a side of slime.
I did.
Can't eat those. Okay.
I did. It was slicker than greased whale snot.
I am not eating. Nope. Ain't going there. I will eat a lot of strange things. I'll eat bugs.
It was good.
But I am not going to eat jellyfish.
It was better than crickets.
But for me, it's a textural thing. So slime is a no-go. Yes.
And for me, the crickets are a textural thing too.
Well, you also
You're
don't
biting
like
into the legs
you,
and the.
You don't like them looking at you either.
Yeah, when you.
Because they have their eyeballs on.
Cricket empanadas, and she convinced me to take a bite out of one. Because I'll try
It tasted good.
almost anything.
It tasted good. The empanada was very tasty. Like, I actually want to stop by there and get an order of those.
I took a bite out of the empanada. I looked back and saw these half-eaten crickets hanging out. No.
But you tried it.
Yeah, we can't do that. No.
You tried it. That worked.
I didn't spit it out like I did those.
No, you ate your bite.
We were in a nice restaurant,
We were in a
too,
nice,
so-
classy restaurant. You don't want to
Anyway.
be spitting out food. You don't want to spit food out in any restaurant. Or into a napkin, maybe. but
it was actually better than those chips.
they're not fabulous. I'll give that, but they're edible. They're an okay snack. I mean, it's
I certainly
basically
won't be buying any more of
it's
them.
basically a corn puff. Now,
Yeah.
I would be interested in trying some other Iraqi snacks because I'm thinking that's an outlier rather, because I have had Iraqi food before and it's been superb.
Yeah.
I mean, my mother dated an Iraqi man when I was little, and he would cook and he would make fabulous food.
Oh, Middle Eastern food is wonderful.
You know,
That
is
Is
not.
not.
Well,
Oh. So anyway, you got to go off to the salt mines,
yeah, I'm
suck
just
some blood out of people.
a few minutes away. Well, I also have to do a bunch of documentation for the person that I was training in Ohio. Because we had to wait for some computer issues to get resolved, so now I can go in and document it. And yeah, it's late documentation, but I didn't really have a choice, and they've already got their deviation report covering it, so I'm good. Technical stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Meaning, I'm not doing things 100% the
When
way
you-
they're supposed to be done, because they're late, they're not on time.
When you suck blood legally, you got to
There's a lot
document it. It's got to be done
There's a lot
according to
of paperwork.
regulation.
Yeah, and ultimately those are coming from the FDA.
Yeah.
So, I don't have any objection to that.
So anyway, if you're in a Middle Eastern market and you see spuds,
Grab 'em.
craft cooked,
Grab them.
the prime rib ones are good, so I would assume their other flavors are good. And
The other two are
We-
a miss. Very much a miss.
we thank you very much for watching, because we're having a lot of fun with this. We're not at the point of monetizing it or anything like that.
oh,
but
not even close.
No, not even close. But we're having fun trying all these different things, and that's what it's all about.
I like it. And then sometimes you try something new and you get interested in other stuff and you end up learning more about
Well,
like the country and the culture that particular item came
those
from. And I
potato
enjoy
chips
that.
and the cheese puffs from Hers,
Harris.
Pennsylvania Dutch company. We learned that anytime you see anything with that name on it, you buy it.
And we found a bunch of them at the dollar
You
store.
buy a bunch of them,
Yes.
as much as you can, because they're all fabulous. They're really, really good.
Yes, they are.
And we've learned that the only sunflower seeds in the world worth eating after you've been spoiled is Mongolian sunflower seeds.
Tit.
I tried a dozen other brands that say they're big and say they're flavorful and they're from a well-known brand and everything, and they all are terrible compared to the
Well,
Mongolian. So I'm completely spoiled there.
You might have stumbled across those even without me going to Mongolia.
Well, I bought those well before you went to Mongolia.
Yeah.
And they have them available in the Asian store here.
Yeah.
Not the full variety of flavors, but still. Mongolian
we got
barbecue seeds.
We got a really good one that was like, what was it? Churro flavored or something?
Oh, that churro flavored one.
That one was really good.
Mm-hmm. And the one I'm working on a bag of right now is Szechuan pepper flavored.
Szechuan pepper.
When you look at a bag and it says Szechuan pepper flavored, you don't expect it to be so sweet. It's they're delicious, and the quality. If you're a sunflower eater, you know what I'm talking about. You get the bad ones,
Oh, they're bitter.
and they're overcooked or they were just no good. I don't know, but they're terrible, and they leave a terrible taste in your mouth. And then you have to eat something else or drink something to get rid of it. And you get about maybe in a big bag 15 or 20 of those. I have yet to have a bad seed in probably, what, 7 or 8 bags of Mongolian sunflower
That's a lot of
seeds.
sunflower, and they're big.
They're huge.
They're big. They're like a half an inch. They're really giant.
The ones where is like, I forget what company it is, but they call them Bigs, B-I-G-Z. Kind of trying to tell you that they're big sunflower seeds. Their big ones would be little ones in the Mongolian bag. The Mongolian just towers over every other type or brand of sunflower seed. And
Which is
I learned
interesting.
that because of doing this.
Which is interesting because it's not really a country that's suited to agriculture, so I don't know where they're growing these giant sunflowers. Like here, you might drive past a field. I've done it. I've driven past a field in like Idaho that was all sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
But you don't have. It's a nomadic herding culture, so you have huge herds of livestock trotting around, but I didn't see any agriculture
sunflowers-
where they're farming those things.
Sunflowers are also considered a good livestock feed,
Yeah,
and maybe they're just taking only the best for sale for people, and
Yeah, I
the
don't
rest
know.
of it is all for livestock.
don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know, but they have a lot of fat and calories in them, so they would be good nutrition for
Yeah,
whatever animal's
but
going to eat them.
sunflower seeds also have a very quick grow time. You don't have to
Yeah.
have a long growing
If you
season.
can keep the birds from eating them, because birds are all about
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. But anyway, 2 thumbs up to the Spuds prime ribs,
Oh yeah,
and
a pinky
Uh,
for the pretzel crisps. Pinky.
and
Yeah.
so we try this stuff so you don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. Well, the Iraqi one is definitely a sad miss.
The most important thing is to have fun.